Hey everyone, and welcome back to Founders Outlook, the show where entrepreneurial dreams meet reality. I'm Juliet Ochu, and today we are getting inside scoop on another incredible founder's journey. Whether you're building your own business, thinking about starting one, or just love hearing how great ideas come to life, you're in the right place. Let's jump in and see businesses through a founder's eyes. You have Modeling Academy. And it starts, from the age of 5. This is like catch them young. I have a 5-year-old and she's interested in modeling. Walk me through the journey.
When we talk about, I won't market your product when I don't know much about it. So we usually learn. So let's say you have a product now and then you want us, maybe there's like a trade show coming up or an activation event.
Yeah.
We get information about your brand.
Elegance, professionalism, empowerment, and creativity. That's what defines your brand. So which of these 4 pillars means the most to you personally? You're saying after 2 months, I'll start getting gigs, start making money, should become a model?
We're talking about how do you stand properly, how do you sit, when you're walking into a room, do you use your back to shut the door, all those things. So everything is together in the whole program.
I'll call the name Toronto Fashion Week. There was a time they came to Edmonton. I kind of saw it online. I applied. Then they got back to me and said I needed to pay a certain amount. It was over $1,000. I'm like, maybe they are scammers. Today on the show, we have Opeyemi. She's the CEO and founder of LeiRA Media and Staffing Agency. She's here to give us more insights into her world and her business. Hi, Opeyemi. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Please, can you tell us your name and your company and what your business is all about?
Okay, so my name is Opeyemi Osuntokun. Well, some people call me Ope or Yemi. It doesn't matter, anyone. And I'm the founder of LeiRA Event Media House. And a couple of things that we do, we provide event hostesses, brand ambassador, product activator, and models, servers for events in general. Yeah. And then some of the people that we work with is we work with venues, producers, event planners,
The job is you connect with the event planner to understand the need of the event and the best way for your business to serve them. And on your website, I saw product activation. I mean, I see people doing that, but I don't know that's what it's called. Can you tell us more about product activation?
Okay, so for product activation, it's all about, let's say you have a brand, and I can just use like a brand that is popularly known. Yeah. Let's say maybe Smirnoff, they have a new product that they want their client to know about. Yeah. And then so there would then be like an event. And then, so they need like product activators. So that's where you see the models.
Talk about the products.
Exactly. So you see the model standing, with the products. So it could be something very new that you've never heard about.
Do you think the models actually makes people interested, because they are, fine looking, well presentable? Do you think they make people want to know more about the product?
Oh, yes. So that's literally what branding is all about.
Okay.
So it's not, we can as well just put it on the table and let people just assume.
Pass by.
Exactly. Pass by and just, maybe look at it. But that's not the whole idea of branding. So that's why having like professional hostesses that is going to stand with your product and talk to people about it. Yeah. It goes a long way.
Let's say I have a product today and I want the product activated. Walk me through the journey. You have models. You understand how will you market my products without knowing much about it?
Well, when we talk about, I won't market your product when I don't know much about it. So we usually learn. So let's say you have a product now and then you want us, maybe there's like a trade show coming up or an activation event. Yeah. We get information about your brand because the whole idea is a client walking past, they're not supposed to know if I work in that organization or not. Yeah. So I represent the brand. I represent you. So I need to know every single thing about the brand. So that's the only way I can sell it to passerby or your client.
I totally understand. Okay. So I would have asked you, what led you into this business? But going through your website, I saw that you were once a model. Were you doing this, ushering and modeling, doing product activation before you started your company? Was that what inspired you to start?
Oh, yes, definitely. So for me, I did a couple of modeling. I did Runway, I did TVC, that's the television commercial. I did prints, I did everything. Wow. And I worked in events also. So that's literally the inspiration. And I see that, the success of a couple of events is not just about just running the event, but also about the people representing the brand. Yeah. It's all about brand representation for me.
Oh, okay.
And that's one of the...
I want to tap into the academy part of your business. I also saw you have Modeling Academy. And it starts, from the age of 5. This is like catch them young. I have a 5-year-old and she's interested in modeling. walk me through the journey. What services will you provide and how will you coach her to be that model? Maybe will she start modeling from this young age or you wait till she's 18? I don't know. What's the journey like?
The journey initially we started from the age of 13 and then we started receiving inquiries about younger children. And the truth about this is we boost kids' confidence from when they are, very young.
Yep.
You don't wait till later. At that time, it might even be too late.
Yep.
So the whole journey is, we train them in terms of how do you carry yourself? How do you walk confidently? How do you believe in yourself? Because you see that most of the time, the way they walk, the way you enter a room, all those things matter. And then, so for a 5-year-old, letting a child know how important they are and how to believe in themselves, those things, they go a long way.
Yeah.
So that's where the academy comes from. That's the whole reason for the academy, where, we're boosting the confidence of a child and then training them how to believe in yourself, how to walk confidently. And these things goes with them. It stays with them for years to come. Even for me, and the way the academy even started is more like I was doing the sister work, those, so we were working just my normal self. And a parent came to me, I was like, oh, how are you working like this? So, and then she literally said she wanted me to train her daughter. Okay. And that's how I started here in Canada. And then the truth is, where did this come from? It came from my own training. I go for a lot of modeling training.
You started from what age?
I started after secondary school. That's after high school.
Yeah.
No, 16 because I did A-levels. So 15. Yes.
Okay.
That's when I started.
Early, yeah.
But people were already seeing why there's a particular way you walk and, So my point is this, whatever you train a child, it goes with them for forever. Yeah.
And is this what you called teen refinement classes?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So the teen refinement classes is part of the, you're refining. Okay, the teen that's how we started, right? We started by, training teens before we started receiving inquiries for younger kids. So it's all about refinement for us. It's about building the confidence, walking properly, correct posture. Yeah. Those things are very.
Okay, so on your website, you mentioned that in your words, elegance, professionalism, empowerment, and creativity, that's what defines your brand. So which of these 4 pillars means the most to you personally?
Okay, so for the LeiRA, the event staffing, right? Professionalism is key for us.
Okay.
And we work with both the elegance and because being professional, it's extremely important.
Yeah.
So elegance that's why you see that for most of our events, we can as well just show up as we woke up.
Yeah.
There is thought process going into this. So you see our hostesses wearing uniform exactly. So the elegance, exactly, all glammed up. Yeah. So the elegance is, it's also key for us. Yeah. And then there's nothing you're going to do, even in the corporate world, where you need your professionalism.
Okay. And you also connect models to big job opportunity in events and fashion show. So is it like people signing up on your page and once you have an event and they meet the criteria, you kind of sign them up for the job? Is that how you provide job opportunities?
Yes and no. For the event staffing, right? On our website, we're always in the lookout for new faces. Okay. So yes, people can definitely sign up and if they're interested. So then it depends on what the client wants. Yeah. So let's say we have a brief from the client based on their event. So let's say a client need bottle ladies or people to serve alcohol.
Yep.
It won't be the same people that regular hostesses because you need to have your pro serve. So there are a couple of things, there are a couple of requirements that is required when it comes to staffing an event.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work we do behind closed doors to ensure the right staff gets to the right client.
Okay. So if I bring my daughter and you're saying after 2 months, I'll start getting gigs, start making money, she'll become a model?
Well, I won't say she will start making money or become a model, right? The whole idea for the LeiRA Academy is to boost the confidence. And you'll see that, well, in North America is not as it is in maybe Ireland or in York, where they take it really professionally, right? So here, I just see it as, because if you say you're taking your child after the academy, they participate in maybe some of these fashion shows.
Yep.
And I see that it still costs parents compared to how it is in
So I will pay for my child to participate in a fashion show.
Oh, yes. I see. Yes.
Sorry to cut it because there's, I will call the name Toronto Fashion Week. There was a time they came to Edmonton. I kind of saw it online. I applied. Then they got back to me and said I needed to pay a certain amount. It was over $1,000. I'm like, maybe they are scammers, right? Because I didn't think I needed to pay, right? Yes. So you're saying it's like sports, you'll be paying for your daughter or your child to...
Yes, so it's they are not scammers, right?
Yep.
It's all about sponsorship. Like how big is it here?
Yeah.
So this is how I see like modeling here in North America or in Edmonton, right? I see it as sports. I would say that parents should also see it as sports. We go above and beyond for our kids' sports.
True. I'm
right?
paying for soccer.
I know. You pay for soccer even when they are in competition. Exactly.
Right?
So when there is like competition, I know travel. My colleagues traveling all the way. They go to Calgary, coming back, So it's like back and forth. And I want parents to see like the modeling, especially for LeiRA Academy, as the sport of, building the confidence of a young girl, right? We spend for it. So like you'd see, even after the training, you see that you go in, even going for a fashion show, like the one you mentioned, right?
Yeah.
They have to pay for things like that. But let's see it as you building your child's confidence because they are participating in an event where a lot of people they have to work.
Yep.
They have to like model the clothes, wear the outfit, and then they have to walk on the runway. And so things like that is part of the child's development. Well, until when we have enough sponsorship and when they see fashion show in North America or in head meeting as a big deal. Yes. Until then, parents will have to pay.
But I think there are other ways that kids can make money, right? They model for clothes for all these big name companies as well, right?
Yes, that would be a proper full-time agency in that aspect. Okay. We just do the academic aspect
of that. And this also falls under the grooming and etiquette workshop, the modeling, or is the grooming and etiquette different from modeling?
It's part of the class.
Okay.
Yes. So like the last class we had, some days have for catwalk, some days is about how do you sit properly as a girl? How, do you sit and, open up? So those are the things that we talk about. So maybe a week is all about walking on a straight line.
Yeah.
And the next week we're talking about how do you stand properly? How do you sit? When you're walking into a room, do you use your back to shut the door? All those things. So everything is together in the whole program.
Oh, okay. Is there anything about your business I've not asked you would like the audience to know?
Nothing really. And so most of it we've mentioned.
Okay.
But another thing people need to know is about the intentionality that goes into event staffing in general for us. Like what we do behind closed doors to get the right fit for your brand, for your events, for your brand in general. The things that we do at the behind the scene in terms of understanding what your business is all about, educating the staff to prep them, to get them ready before they show up. So some of those are the things that we do. And I'm going to give you an example. We handled like Harvest House, that's over 3,000 guests was coming for that event. And then it was a lot of preparation. A lot of preparation, a lot of outfit check. Have you seen me behind the closed doors? Some of the things I do in terms of, ensuring the outfit is how I'd envisioned it. And then getting also the right person to represent the brand. Those things are very key. And those are the things that we do behind closed for LeiRA events.
Let me just ask this. Let's say I have an event of 500 guests. How many ushers how do you determine the number of ushers that will service that event?
Okay, so it all depends. A couple of things. If a situation whereby the tables are numbered, whereby we need names of guests that'll be coming in and then people to guide them, that will require more hostesses.
Okay.
Yes, because the tables are numbered and then not just numbered, names are already on the table. But I see here compared to, in Nigeria, right? I see here that we don't use so much hostesses for events the way I'd thought we should. And then that's because we pay per hour, hourly here.
Okay.
So people are very
worried about the hours.
Exactly. Yes. So that's one thing that I observed here. Okay. But you would see like an event of 500 people, you should have minimum of 10 hostesses.
Okay.
Yes. And handling the event, right? So I know I've a couple of events that have ran whereby they were able to meet up with the right number of hostesses for that. And everything just went smoothly. The person that's supposed to be giving the tag was giving the tag at the entrance. The person that does the registration was doing the registration, checking the tickets that the right people are coming into your venue. The person that is guiding them to their seat is doing that. The person that is, getting them maybe drinks, food, is doing that. But when you start for like maybe 2 people having to do registration, and do everything, it will show. It will look like you don't have any staff.
No planning.
Exactly. So it will always show when you're understaffed. I was saying it initially, like even when you're understaffed, it's almost the same thing as when you're
not staffed. Okay.
And another thing that I see here is people tend to use, it's my family, my sister, my brother, let them, do these things at the entrance. But the truth is, do you want to be the host where your guest or family feel stressed? They feel extremely stressed because they came for your events. So those are the things. That's why LeiRA is here. We are taking the stress off your family. Let them enjoy your event. Let them feel welcome in your event also, and let LeiRA do the staffing for you.
And what's the best way for people to reach out to your business if they're interested in working with you?
Oh, yes. So we have a website. That's LeiRA Event Media.com. And also we're quite not big on Instagram, but we try to post on Instagram as much as possible. So we are on Instagram. That's at LeiRA Event and Media. And then we're also on LinkedIn. So LeiRA Event Staffing Agency on LinkedIn. We are just coming up to Facebook for now. And then you can always give us a call. And our business phone number is 780-851-1409. Okay.
And you're covering just Edmonton at this time?
Oh, no. Most of the large scale events we did was Calgary, not even Edmonton, but we are covering all over Alberta.
Alberta for now. Okay.
For now.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Here is a gift from me and Tribe City Studio. Please do make sure to check them out.
Thank you so
much.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Right, thank you everyone for joining us today. Please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Bye.